What is up, everybody? My name's Shan, and today we're diving into a Gallia's Satyrs Jund kick-ass deck. I gotta say, this is honestly performing a lot better than I thought it would, while also being a tribal, and y'all know how I feel about tribals. I love them. So we've managed to already take down Dimir Rogues. We managed to take down Temur Obosh, two of the decks that have already been tested and through the ringer, sort of standard. We managed to take them out with this awesome aggro sort of mid-rangey deck, and it's off of the back of this card right here, Gallia of the Endless Dance. That's right, we're dancing all over the opponent. 2 mana, 2/2, Satyr, haste. Other Satyrs you control get +1/+1 and have haste. Whenever you attack with 3 or more creatures, you may discard a card at random. If you do, draw 2 cards. So this is insane amount of text on a 2 mana creature. It makes your other Satyrs bigger, it allows them to attack immediately, and it draws you cards. Now, the discarding at random can be a little fun and a little dicey. Again, you're drawing 2 cards, so that's really, really good. And it has haste itself, so it's I'm out of words. It's it's that good, right? It starstruck me. There we go. Anyways, now, the other Satyrs we're going to be playing is Careless Celebrant, 2 mana for a 2/1. Whenever it dies, it deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Obviously, this is pretty good as the opponent doesn't generally want to block because, you know, they block with 1 creature, this creature kills that creature, and deals 2 damage to another creature, so you essentially get a 2-for-1 deal out of it. Same thing with blocking. You block, deal 2 damage to whatever creature, then you can deal 2 damage to another creature. So it's really dicey for the opponent to sort of deal with Careless Celebrant and not lose something, which is nice. Next up, we have Blood Aspirant. 2 mana for this 1/1. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on Blood Aspirant. Now, obviously, you can get this pretty big as it has a sacrifice mechanic built into itself. 2 mana, tap it, sacrifice a creature or an enchantment. Blood Aspirant deals 1 damage to target creature. That creature can't block this turn. Sorry, I got a little frog in my throat this morning, but you know, you talk for 2-3 hours straight, and that's kind of what happens. So, Blood Aspirant, as we said, gets really big. It's a Satyr, comes down with haste. Obviously, that's really good for Gallia, and it means that you can do some cool stuff where you claim the Firstborn from your opponent, and you use Blood Aspirant as a sack outlet for that creature that you just claimed. So, it's not necessarily a Village Rites, but it does add to the combo, right? Anyways, we do have Claim to take our opponent's stuff. We do have the Akroan War to take our opponent's stuff, and then, of course, Village Rites and the Blood Aspirant to sacrifice it out. Not to mention the fact that we are also running Fiend Artisan. This is not actually a Satyr, but it's 2 mana for a 1/1. It gets +1/+1 for each creature in our graveyard. Again, we're going to be sacrificing our own creatures, so that's fine. We pay X, we pay either a green or black mana, tap it, sacrifice another creature, and then we search our library for a creature card with converted mana cost X or less, put it onto the battlefield, and then shuffle the library. The nice thing about Fiend Artisan is generally with Fiend Artisan, you're trying to grab these sort of mid-rangey cards, right? The 4 or 5 mana creatures. But in this deck, you're looking for like 2 mana creatures. You're looking for like a 3 mana creature, right? For the most part, you're gonna be grabbing your Gallia, you're gonna be grabbing your Anax. It does proc the Blood Aspirant, right? So it builds that up. It allows you to sacrifice things such as your Careless, which means you can sort of sacrifice it, take out something from your opponents, and then get something bigger out for yourself. But again, the nice thing is getting the Gallia down, which then gives haste to your other Satyrs, so you can sort of, in the mid-range, right, pay 3 mana, you get the Gallia out from your deck, and then you can pay 2 additional mana, so you got around 5 mana, to play down a Careless or a Blood Aspirant or a Discordant Piper. So now you have, you know, the Gallia swinging in, you have the Discordant Piper swinging in, and what other creatures you may have already had on the field. So it's kind of a flood the board, swing all in kind of deck. Shattered Skull for some removal, Anax because, well, it creates Satyrs every time your creatures die, and obviously those Satyrs being 2/2s instead of 1/1s is really good. Not to mention, again, if you swing in with 3 creatures, you get to draw that 2 cards. So Agadeems helps you to bring back all these Satyrs as well as the Anax for fairly cheap, right? The Akroan War, as we talked about, allows you to take stuff from your opponent. Great hinge because you can actually get your Blood Aspirant and your Anax up to 5 or 6, you know, attack power, and then that makes your Great Hinge only cost 4 or 5 mana. That's really not bad. And then at that point, you have Gallia allowing you to draw. You have draws off of the Great Hinge, right? Kroxa also 6 damage, so if you can get it escaped onto the battlefield, which honestly is not hard. Again, you're sacrificing your own stuff, so you're kind of already helping yourself get there. It's 6/6, again, makes the Great Henge only cost 3, so everything within this deck sort of plays into everything else within the deck, right? Again, Kroxa, whenever it enters the battlefield and ends up sacrificing itself the first time, that really helps with the Blood Aspirant to gain its counters up. Other than the Great Henge, we have the Embercleave. Again, we're kind of playing an aggro mid-rangey deck, so this helps us to just straight punch through. It's awesome with Anax, it's awesome with Gallia, it's awesome with Fiend Artisan, it's awesome with Kroxa. Like, it literally pairs so well with everything in this deck. Oh, another thing I'd forgotten to mention, Kroxa works really well with our Village Rites, obviously. You play down Kroxa, you use Village Rites, and then boom, bam, you just drew 2 cards and made your opponent discard and potentially dealt 3 damage for only 3 mana. That's insane value. Also, if you hit full control, you can play down the Kroxa, then you can use your Fiend Artisan, right? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Fiend Artisan is only anytime you can cast sorcery. Don't let me confuse you. I'm confusing myself all day with this deck because it's got a lot of little interactions. Anyways, the worst part about the deck is probably the lands, as you only have access to 1 single pathway, and that is going to be the red-green. So outside of that, you're trying to play a mid-range aggro deck while also having to use temples. So it feels a little meh, but the Fableds do really help with the Blood Aspirant. So, you know, it kind of works out in the end. It kind of levels itself, if you will. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you've been enjoying the daily videos. The daily content, of course, comes out 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. We try to play a new deck that's, you know, both competitive and sort of janky fun stuff, and everything in between, really. Anyways, if you're enjoying the content, please be sure to leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're new here and you want more content, or if you just want to support the channel through a completely free means. Hit that bell icon so you can actually get notifications from YouTube whenever we post videos and do all that kind of stuff. Now, again, we do our live premieres every morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I recommend you come and check us out there. I try to hop into most of them, say hi, what's up, good morning, all that slew of things, right? Have a little conversation with people. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we do budget videos at nighttime. That's going to be at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're a newer player, or if you're just sort of balling on a budget, like you know, some of us do sometimes, me for the most part. Anyways, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They are live on YouTube. Of course, you can watch them anytime after that. But again, I try to hop in there, say hi, what's up. If you have any questions, I try to answer them in that live premiere. Anyways, outside of that, we have our members videos that go live on Saturdays and occasionally on Tuesdays. Of course, if you want to join up, there's a button down below the video. I do recommend you click on it. Look at the perks that you can actually gain upon hitting that join button. You know what I mean? Like, explore what we have to offer in the channel, because there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot more magic, and there's a lot of non-magic content out there as well. So grab yourself a piece of pie and enjoy, my friends. Anyways, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop into this awesome Gallia kick ass smash. You know what, I was gonna try to make up a rhyme or something, but it doesn't matter. Let's hop into some magic, shall we? Alf. Didn't we just face this clown? We don't have a great mana base here, but it's alright. We have 25 lands total in the deck, so should be able to find it, right? Alright, let's try to get down a Blood Aspirant. If we can get one more land, then we can go Kroxa, Village Rites to Kroxa, and build up our Blood Aspirant a little bit. Ooh. Alright, let's go for Blood Aspirant, keep up mana for Village Rites then. We needed a double black in order to do Kroxa Village Rites, but instead we got double red, so we go the other way. It's alright. This just means that we can get down Anax now, no problemo. Another red mana. Yikes. Alright, well again, let's go Anax, and we have Village Rites mana available, so works for me. It works for me. Now I could swing in here, sacrifice Anax, Blood Aspirants. Do get big enough to destroy the Cunning. I don't think I want to do that. I think I'd rather make them waste a removal. Right? Then we Village Rites and all is well and dandy. We also have the Akroan War, so we can take one of their creatures. If it resolves, of course. I like to encourage people to think in Magic. I don't want to be like, your go. I hate when I say thinking and people say, your go. Hello? Pouncing. Ooh. But they're just entering it. Alright. This is interesting. I like it. They're not doing anything. Alright, well, back to my turn then. There's access to the green mana like we wanted. That's good. Alright, well, let's do this. I want to leave that Village Rites available, so let's try for the Akroan. They use the rewind. They say nay. This looks a lot like Shark deck I played not too long ago, fella. We will swing in with Anax, see if they want to block with their pouncing. They do. Hey, I'll take that trade. No, don't auto pass. That's a dangerous button to click. Alrighty, so we got the two little 1/1 Satyrs back. If we get a Gallia, this is going to be nice because our creatures are just going to get huge really quick. And we already have the right number to swing in and start drawing, right? So that's good. Dirge bad. Extinction event on even? You fuck. Oh no, wait, why did I... Oh, no. Why did I hit resolve? I don't know. It's okay. Oh, it doesn't matter. We don't have to full control of this. I'm silly. We still only have one black mana available. We've actually hit a lot more just basic lands here than what I really would have liked, but that's alright. Hey, there's an Embercleave. Not that we can use it, but it is there. Tease. So me and the opponent both sort of top decking now. Goodbye. We do it now since we know they have counter magic. We don't want them to counter stuff. I'm dodging all my playables, my actual playables, and of course, since the opponent isn't playing anything, we're not really getting to do anything. Yeah, messing up that Village Rites was bad stuff. Bad stuff. And the fact that we drew 3 mountains off the Ripperino. Hey, there we go. Now we have the potential to get our Kroxa. Alright, let's try to take the shark first. It's gonna happen. We're gaining control of Lil Shark. So we can use Village Rites. We can also get in for a little bit of damage, you know. No biggie, no biggie. We could equip an Embercleave to it. Never mind. Never mind. Forget I said anything about that. Village Rites, draw some cards. Hey, we got another Satyr down there. And one more black mana, we can use Agademes, but we don't really... Well, we got a Kroxa and an Anax. That's not necessarily horrible for an Agademes, right? Ooh, that's really good. That is really, really good. Okay. Let's go Piper. See if it can make it through. It does. Let's go Fiend Artisan. Bam! I could play Agadeem's down as a land. We're already at 6 though, so it would give us 7. Nah, I think we're fine. I think we'll be alright. Hey, keep your eyes off my Fiend Artisan. There's nothing to you, bastard. Yeah, but do you really worry about, you know, dealing damage to little Piper here? The little Pied Piper? Nah, they don't. They don't. What's there to worry about anyways? Alright, well, let's try to swing in. We could throw Embercleave on our little Pied Piper here. That would deal 6 damage to the face. Might rock the opponent's world a little bit. I think we're going to wait. Let's get down the Blood Aspirant. Let's get down the Fiend Artisan. In turn, on that note, come next turn we can sack Discordant. Go looking for Gallia. Good Gallia. Bloodchief's on my Fiend Artisan. I'm not happy about it, but if we can hit a swamp or some black mana of some kind, then we can use Agadeem's, get everything back. It'll be all fine. Nope. We hit an Anax, interestingly enough, so it's going to cost 4. It costs 2 left, huh? Interesting. Okay, well then let's do... Right. Takes out their Brazen, gives us a little Satyr action. We don't want to use Bloodchiefs. I think that was a pretty good play there. Sea Dasher. What? And then draw. Alright, they're down to 12. We're down to 12. We do have access to the Embercleave come next turn, though, so that's pretty good. Certainly doesn't feel like a bad deck, you know? Certainly does not feel like a bad deck. And that land is very crucial. It gives us the Agadeem's. Swing. Swing. That should be GG. Yep. Indeed. So we're picking up a game. What is that, game 1? Zerta. Alrighty, we're going to keep this because we have the Gallia. The one, the only, the endless dance. I'd like to see some black mana so we can have access to that Village Rites, but I guess I won't be too upset about it. Thieves Guild. Yikes. Oh, come on! There goes both Embercleaves off the rip. Now, I can bolt in this Agadeem's, and I might do that, actually. Don't do it. Don't do it! Leave my Gallia alone! All good things must come to an end, as they say. Although Gallia had just begun. She was but a wee young lad. Let's go, Gallia, let's go. So they probably have another Thieves Guild here, right? No. I wonder what that 1 mana card they have is then. 1 mana instant speed. Oh, Malakir. Ah, okay. I see, I see. Leave my Gallia alone, please, por favor. We could use Akroan, but I don't think using Akroan on their Thieves Guild is necessarily what we want to do. My turn, my turn, my turn, my turn. Let's go for the Blood Aspirant. Now I could play down the other one as well. Let's see, do they try to remove the Gallia? And if they do I use Village Rites? I use Drown in the Lock. Alrighty, well, we resolve that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Grab some red mana here. And play down our other one. Alright, taking them down to 12. Next turn we'll be able to use Akroan plus have mana for Village Rites. So, you know, as far as playing spells on curve goes, the deck seems pretty well at that. They're going to crack back at us with their Thieves Guild. And hey, we get to untap. We get to untap. Let's see if we can use the Akroan to take their Thieves Guild. Then we can, of course, Village Rites their Thieves Guild. Thank you kindly. But, of course, we're not going to do it yet, as this does give us 3 creatures, so we can sort of wait a little bit. Two, not uno, but dos. They're going to double block into the Blood Aspirant. No, double block into the Gallia. Double block into the Gallia. Ooh, well, I'm going to go ahead and Village Rites the Gallia. Taking them down to 10. All right, we got an Anax. Not necessarily everything we wanted to see there, but it's all right. We're going to, of course, sacrifice Thieves Guild. Their Thieves Guild, that is. But I can't do that and play Anax, right? Unless I use the Fabled. So I guess we're using the Fabled. Okay. Swing in here. They are going to block it. Wow. Alrighty. Well, cool beans for me. Cool, cool, cool. So they have to swing in here with both their creatures, which leaves us an opening to swing back for 7. So, we already discarded both of our Embercleaves though, so we can't hit those for sure. What could potentially do it? Oh, Claim would have been nice. Claim would have been really nice. They wouldn't have dealt as much damage for us because they don't have 8 cards in their graveyard, but still. Alright, so let's sacrifice this. This will give us 8 damage. Go ahead and grab another black mana here. No! Alright, well this should take out their Soarings, right? Bam, bam. Oh, that's going to be 9 damage. I forgot about the Akroan War sacrificing itself. Oh, man. Alright, well let's see. Can we connect? I didn't think so. Alright, well, let's just replay the Blood Aspirant and get our scry on, shall we? Another Anax. We already have an Anax, but if I play that Anax after we attack next turn, let's see, you deal 5. Create tons of Satyrs, I guess, right? It's not horrible. I guess we'll keep it. It's a playable. I just don't want to scry it away and then hit a land. You know how bad I'll feel? Also, do you know how close How Bad I'll Feel sounds to Battlefield? So what we're going to do here is actually swing in with the Anax, swing in with the 1/1, and then use Blood Aspirant to sacrifice the 1/1 to take out the Brazen. You're going to use Brazen to bounce our Anax. Alright. Cancel. Resolve. Resolve. That's probably the worst situation for us there, right? That's fine. Boom. Take out that one. Replay Anax. And play down another temple. Scry it up. No! No! Damn it, game. No! 3 Anaxes in a row. I think not. Alright, Brazen comes down for the foe. They can't block, though. If we hit a Fabled, oh, baby. This could be lethal. Oh, this could be lethal. Oh, it's lethal. Get out of here, Zerta. With your Demir rogue bouncing self. Joker Madrid. Alright, well, we have removal and we have a creature. It feels like a keep. Alright, let's go ahead and play the Fabled. They didn't play anything here. Triome. Triome, Obosh, probably Teamer, what is it? Teamer Ultimatum, Obosh, right? Yeah, Adventures. Yep. Alright, well then let's go ahead and use this to grab some red mana. This is where our Anax will be able to come down if we want it to. We got a Kroxa. Kroxa goes well come next turn. We can use Kroxa plus Heartless Act. I think this turn we are just going to get down the Anax. I know I could go for the easy Bloodchiefs on the edge wall, but it doesn't leave us with anything to play after that, right? Just 2 red mana, so. Love Struck Beast for our foe. Discordant Piper. I think I just want to take out their stuff, you know? Take out their stuff, get in for 2. If they block, hey, I remove their whole board, right? Awesome. Took 1 turn, took out all their, you know, early game threats, everything they played from turns 1 to 3. I'll take it. I will take it. We already have 4 cards in our graveyard thanks to those 2 Fableds. They're going to be ramping up here with Beanstalk a little bit. They still have 2 mana left over. It could be a number of things here. It could be a Brazen, right? A little Bounce-a-Roo. A little Bounce-a-Reno. Let's go for the swing in first. They let it hit. Alright, let's hit the Kroxa. I think Kroxa is a good one to play first here. They don't really want to counter it. Sort of got to let it hit. Try to get the Careless down next as it does buff the Anax. There's the Brazen. So now they have 3 cards with which to choose from to discard. They got rid of the edge wall. That's good for us because that's a draw mechanic for them. They're up to 6 mana. One more, they'll have enough for the Beanstalk. Cultivate, that'll give them enough. But won't be till next turn. They could go for the Brazen here, play it down. Instead, they're just going to go for a Bone Crusher. Okie dokie artichoke. I think we go Anax plus Discordant, or do we go for the Kroxa? Actually, let's go for the Kroxa. They have a land in hand, so we know for sure that we're going to get that. And I don't really mind exiling the Careless. It's the only creature that we will be exiling, so that's fine. Boom. This will for sure deal 3. We'll also have a 6/6 on the board. Now, they can play the Beanstalk. If they do, we got a little surprise for them, so should be all right. Should be all right. 6/6. They play that. We'll have 5/5. Swing in. Potentially deal 9. Yeah, this deck seems pretty good. Of course, it has a lot of elements of good decks already, right? Good things from Gruul, good things from Rakdos and Jund. They got 1 card in hand. The rest we can see. So, not too many tricks up their sleeves, so to speak. They're going to use a Brazen, bounce our Kroxa. It's not a terrible play for them. Alright, because now getting Kroxa back down for us is going to be a little difficult. It's odd that they chose to do that instead of play their Beanstalk Giant, though, given they had the full mana and it would block the Kroxa. It just seems a little uncanny, right? If you're looking at it and you're like, you played exactly what you needed to play. That's interesting. Alright, so we'll leave it at that. I don't think we should use Aghanim quite yet as a land. It puts us to 6. To 6 land. I mean, it does give us access to the Akroan and the Kroxa, so hell, maybe. Maybe. They're going to play down the Obosh. And the Bone Crusher. It's the Bone Crusher. Alright, so we pay 3. Use the Akroan. Thanks, buddy, pal, friend o' mine. I don't think I'm swinging with you. Definitely swinging with Anax though, right? Because we got another one. So, boom, big damage, and they have to block because, yeah, we got the Obosh, holding them hostage, That's good that they played that there. That is really, really, really good. I think we do just go all in here. And I'm not going to use that Fabled quite yet until I know that we don't need green mana, right? It doesn't give us access to the Kroxa, so that's fine. They're blocking the Piper of all things. That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. So now they have to swing it with Beanstalk because of the Akroan War. We got the Grey Hinge. That's going to gain them some life off the Brazens that they play. But or not gain life off the Brazens. It's just going to gain them life off it. Tapping, sorry. So there's a 4/3. So they'll have some defensive bodies. All right. Down comes the Brazen. Draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they're going to have 3 blockers. So we'll have 3 that get through, so we're going to be so short. So almost there. Alright. Block with the goat. A little sacrificial goat. Hey, what? Let's... I don't know if they realized they were alive. They they were good. They were gonna live.